Hello YouTube, what's up? Technically here, bringing you a video today on the War Z brand new update, the Undead Sea update, which released June 3rd, so hot and fresh. I shouldn't try and speak like that, it's just embarrassing for everyone involved really. Anyway, let's dump, oh my. So a quick summary before we get really stuck in here. So we've got a new chapter for Tokyo campaign called Cruise Control. We have a new special zombie type called the Virulent. Private lobbies. And they fixed a friend list, finally. That shows empty. Unless you're me and you have no friends anyway. And some improvements for performance on the PC. Like, mostly Vulcan related stuff. So, that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's get stuck in.
Tokyo's latest chapter will take place on board an undead-infested ferry.
What's happening?
We're going to find out.
Challenging you and your squad to battle through open decks and tight cabins in one of the game's most intense challenges yet.
Okay, so the brand new chapter, Cruise Control, is very claustrophobic. I will say that much right off the bat. So if you have those teammates that weave left and right like idiots, like they think they're in PvP still, you're going to have a problem in this map because it's so narrow, especially at the start. You're going to end up team firing and friendly firing, a lot. So be aware for that one. If you've got idiots weaving left and right, it's going to cause a lot of problems. So watch out for the claustrophobia. And yeah, try and clear your line of fire is the main one. Hopefully with private lobbies though, you can limit this down and avoid the randoms if you so do desire. But yeah, I think initially the very start of this chapter is fantastic. I love the visuals, the aesthetic, all the rain. It feels really cool and different and fresh to the game. Really like that. And you're walking along and you can see like the civilians like waving out the door, and there's one trying to talk to you and she's like trying to get a gist of what's going on. It's just, it really draws you into the game. You really feel immersed in that moment. I'd say it's probably the best bit of the chapter, minus the end, but I'll cover that a bit more later. So as you go through the claustrophobic corridors, first of all you meet some military men. They're all trying to figure out how the hell the infection got there in the first place, what the hell they're going to do about it, and they're just kind of trying to all regroup in one spot and work out what to do next and defend themselves, basically. Isolate the infection. Naturally, this doesn't go very well, and you start discovering they're coming from the cargo holds and things like that, and there's loads and loads and loads absolutely streaming in and slowly overthrowing the military that are left on the ship trying to defend everyone. So all the civilians are told to enter their cabins, and of course you're too busy shooting what civilians haven't made it to their cabins. So yeah. The new special zombie is a virulent zombie type. It's very familiar to the Left 4 Dead Spitter. It kind of fires a venom at you.
With the Infector, we're working to bring a totally new type of enemy for players to overcome. Get the Infector's toxic saliva on you and you'll be forced to quickly clean it off or succumb to immediate zombification. Killing this horrific creature isn't a simple case of gunning it down. Destroy the Infector with a melee finisher or it will soon reanimate at full health.
So yeah, there's a lot of swarms coming in, very tight areas. There's a part where they climb up in the middle square section. And there's like 3 sides they climb up at once, so you've really got to watch out. Ammo seems quite scarce in this chapter. You kind of, point to point, you kind of run out very quickly if you're not careful. So yeah, it gets interesting. It's very hairy moments as well, very claustrophobic, as I said before. But I really like this aesthetic. I really love the inside of the cruise ship and seeing the cargo area. All the people were sort of camped out like you'd see in the film. You know, if you've seen the film, definite vibes from that. It's really great to see that come into the game. They've done a real good job sort of reimagining that for the game. So props to them for that one. Now the end is where it gets really good. You kind of take refuge at the very end of the ship where like the helipad is, and you're waiting for a helicopter to come and rescue you. Of course, the usual, you're putting down a lot of defences to try and hold out as long as you can. And then you know the swarm's coming, the music kicks in, the atmosphere really grips you. And then you see them all come absolutely barreling down towards you from the top deck of the ship. They come flying down in huge numbers, and that's what I really love about this game. No matter how much you see the swarm, and you see it a lot, no matter how much you see that swarm, every time you see a new one coming towards you, it still feels amazing and fresh like the first time we've seen it, and it still blows me away every time I see it coming. And on this map, with the rain and the lighting and the way they will crumble down, it's crazy. I loved it, absolutely loved it. So I didn't do the best job defending. I totally forgot and I missed out a load of placements I could have put down to stop them as much, but hey, it was fine. I got there in the end. So yeah, really good, really enjoyed it, really cool aesthetic. Props to them for recognising fan feedback, saying we love the Tokyo campaign. It was the shortest one, So I'm glad they've extended it, and I really hope they bring some more in. To be honest with you, I'd love to see some more campaigns in a different environment as well. But yeah, really like the map, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And but yeah, watch out for friendly fire because it happens a lot on this map. So private lobbies, a really highly requested feature from the community, probably up there as the top requested feature. Private lobbies is finally here in this patch. PS4 and Xbox, you can also do a local hosted game if you so do desire. Which does mean you can also stop bots. You can actually, they've added the option in where you can actually disable bots, so you can play with like just 2 of you on your own, or yourself on your own if you so do desire. No bots, so that's kind of good. So yeah, that's pretty good. Really requested feature. Glad they've put that in there. Top marks to them for that. Okay, so now I'm going to dive into the patch notes a little bit. Not all of them, because there's too many. I'll show them on the screen for like just long enough for you to read it. Perfect. Did you get all that? Don't worry, I'll put a link down in the description for the actual patch notes. You can read them in full if you so want, but here's a few of the really good key ones. So of course, special zombie that spawn on all levels. We've got the private lobbies. I believe to host lobbies locally, which come to PC soon. Disabling bots in private lobbies, which is great. And also they added the UI option that shows maximum difficulty you've completed it on, so you know, oh, what one have I done on insane, what one I've not done. You can now tell easily by looking. There's an FOV slider now, and an option to change PvP loadout during the game. And you can change class in a future update, but more on that a bit later on. There's a few things here for AI which says they're going to prevent lurkers from spawning really near players. Like there's a few, you might have seen clips on Reddit and Twitter where there's just a lurker just spawns, where you've just been, you cleared a room, there's nothing in there. You turn around and it's jumped on your ass from the room you just went and cleared. So hopefully less of that's going to be happening now, which is good. They've also tripled the delay on how often they can spawn and things, and they try and mix up the spawn position now as well. So that's pretty good. They've reworked some zombie stagger mechanics apparently. When they hit, they used to play a really long animation based on gun caliber and an element of randomness. Now they play hit animations based on gun caliber and if they're repeated in a short. That's a really long bit. I'll let you read it in your own time. It's too long. I thought it was going to be a really short one. Turned out it was a massive paragraph. Anyway, so there's a lot of changes here to AI which should improve the general feel of it. There's a lot of changes to weapons, and I mean a lot. There's a huge paragraph here. Mostly buffs by looks of it. I don't see anything really being decreased. Most things have a bit more damage or magazines, something like that. Significantly increased damage for a revolver, it says here. Yeah, also there's a few large number of gameplay bugs apparently they've fixed in levels to help fix some inability to progress issues. So that'd be good. Some AI directory, again, adjustments for the AI director. Verbal diarrhea. On pretty much most of the chapters, like that a bit better, and improved navigation and stuff on Moscow. Lots of bug fixes, which is good, and some difficulty changes for PC in particular. They've basically made them a bit harder on PC on the insane difficulties, and it's like very hard and above. They get a bit tougher by the looks of it. So, yay for PC Master Race. Anyway, so there's a lot of good changes here and a lot of new stuff in this patch. So, what is coming next, I hear you say? Okay, so it says, and I quote, the next updates in the post-launch content roadmap for World War Z includes a new 6-score difficulty setting, a weekly challenge mode, a wave-based survival mode, and the ability to switch classes during PvPvZ matches. So we can change our loadout now, but not classes, but that will be coming hopefully very soon in the future update. There's some bonus cosmetics also coming in future, and more. So, great thing there, we have the survival wave sort of horde-based mode with all. Did I say horde or the horde? I think I said horde. Horde. It sounds like a dirty word there. Horde mode coming, which would be really good. That's been highly requested as well with private lobbies. So some really good stuff coming here. And credit to Saber. Every time Saber have done an update or a patch note, they've always been really thankful to their community. You can tell the game has seriously surpassed what they expected, and it's really helping egg them on and keep them pumping out some good free content. Some of these words are sounding really dodgy today. Anyway. Thank you, Saber, for these updates. They're awesome. I've been showing some footage in the background of the new chapter, so I hope you've enjoyed that. Speaking of which, the obligatory YouTube boilerplate statement. If you liked the video, please do give me a like. It'll make me feel so happy. And if you didn't like it, give it a dislike. And of course, constructive criticism is always welcome. You can hit me in my Twitter DMs, my Discord, or just put it in the comments below. Constructive. Don't just call me bad names. That will make me cry and stuff. We don't want that. I've had enough therapy today as it is. But no, on a serious note, I appreciate everyone who comes by, watches, supports the channel. So if you do want to subscribe and see more, I'd love the hex out of you. End of begging now. Have a great rest of your day. I have no idea how to sign these things off yet. I'm still so new to this. So again, feedback is always welcome. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you on the next video.